game's called Bubble Bobble, also featuring Rainbow Islands, which is a dumb name. It's like they sat around a table arguing about what to call this, when someone just said, you know what, f*** it. It's Bubble Bobble, also featuring Rainbow Islands. You should see my new car. It's the new thing that takes me places model. So this obviously named game is obviously a collection of obvious games. It has Bubble Bobble and Rainbow Islands in their original arcade forms, not to mention an enhanced version of Rainbow Islands with fancy new graphics. So I guess, shouldn't it be called Rainbow Islands, also featuring a little Bubble Bobble? And then not only is the title obvious, it's also misleading. That's a double whammy! Anyway, Bubble Bobble's been one of my favorite games ever since I was a little human, so I really don't have anything bad to say about it. If you've never played it, track down a copy and clear your weekend, because this game's unbelievable. It's about dinosaur things who spit bubbles at robot things and whales that can fly. And they shit out candy or something. I'm telling you, it's unbelievable! Now, of course, this is the arcade version of Bubble Bobble, so it's a bit different from the NES version a lot of us grew up with. I don't know, it seems a little harder, too. But the nice thing is that it obviously looks better than the NES version. Sprites are more detailed, colors are brighter, fruit looks fresher. Anyway, if you've never played it, Bubble Bobble is a unique platform game in which you have to trap enemies in bubbles and then pop the bubble to dispose of them. You clear the level, you move on. And if you want to save your girlfriend, you have to go through 100 levels to do it. Sounds like it might not be worth it. Might need some pink bismuth as well. I'm not gonna sit here and gush about Bubble Bobble. I've done that in other reviews. Go back and watch those, if that's what you want. You're not the boss of me. Besides, the lesser known, and therefore more interesting part of this collection, is probably the other game, Rainbow Islands, which was billed as a Bubble Bobble sequel. As much as Yoshi's Island was a Mario World sequel, I guess. So, Bub and Bob, the dinosaurs from Bubble Bobble, well, they turned back into their human forms at the end of the original game. So now they're human in Rainbow Islands. The gameplay's actually similar, though. Just, you replace down with up, and, bubbles with rainbows. That's basically Rainbow Islands. In terms of the gameplay specifics, it's kind of like if you combined Bubble Bobble with Ice Climber. You're heading upward this time, and like the bubbles you could jump on, your rainbows also serve as platforms. And that ends up being the game's defining characteristic. It's about getting to the top as fast as you can. Or drowning in the tears of the damned. As for the enhanced version, it's the exact same game, only with the enhanced graphics. It was kind of like if Mario All-Stars included the original games, too. It's kind of redundant, but it's a cool thing to throw in there. It sweetens the deal, more than anything. With all this candy, the deal was already pretty sweet. If you like good games, you'll love this collection. Thanks to our pal Mark from Brooklyn for sending us Bubble Bobble, also featuring Rainbow Islands. Laziest name ever.